Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for the Doc of Schlock, Mr. Ted Raimi, and the Master of Disaster, Bruce Campbell!
Say, Ted, did these work too? Hello. Hi, these work too. That's fine. Ted.
Yes, Bruce.
Aren't you working on something right now? Can you talk about what you're working on?
Yes, I am working on something, but no, I can't.
You son of a bitch!
Can't say. Now, Bruce, are you working on something?
You can tell me rough things. You can give me something.
Well, as long as
can.
None of you promise
no.
tweet about it.
It's already been tweeted.
No. You're totally good, Ted. Your secret is good in this room.
How many of you, if given a big Hollywood secret, would keep it to themselves? Raise your hand.
See,
Fucking liars.
See? Give the people something, Ted. God.
Dear God. All right. How many of you have spent autograph money today? Raise your hand.
Too much.
Too much? Who said that?
Me.
You said stand up. So, first of all,
you're looking at the too much right
now,
there.
Now, first of all, how much? Well, let's not talk dollars.
Guys that come up to me, they go, Bruce, I'd love to get your autograph, but took all my money over there.
Now, how old are you?
I'm 16.
You're 16, so you blew your college fund. Is that right? It's all gone. So now, in 4 years, but look at the bright side. You can't go to school anymore, but now you won't owe money for the rest of your life. Let's do this for that kid.
There's no reason I unironically say groovy, so you wrote it off.
We're the reason you say groovy.
Yes, you are Raimi, but also...
But it's unironic?
No, I say just like out of nowhere. Someone said,
It's a rough world out there.
It is. Fucking rough crowd. It is.
Hey, this is a
Maybe we
tough
should
crowd.
just turn up the heat in here a little more.
You know what I love about this convention is that they have all the rooms exactly either 50 degrees one way or the other way. It's perfect. How many of you froze today while waiting in the autograph room? Yep, that's good. They do that so you'll spend more money.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work.
What's the theory behind that, Ted? Why would they spend more money if they're cold and shivering?
Well,
Sounds like they would be angry and cynical.
no, when you get cold, the temperature drops, therefore your
You stop
metabolic
thinking.
rate of money.
Must spend more money.
Yeah, that's right. Get a little dumber, spend more. That's it.
Great. Let's freeze all their asses out tomorrow. We'll just hold this thing outside.
Yeah, this was almost
It
outside.
was almost outside.
Hey, you guys in the cheap seats, way back there, standing up, how much did you pay for your ticket? 45 bucks. What about you in the very front row? How much did you pay, sir? 150. Do you think it was worth it, or do you think you just got your ass whipped off by paying that extra? Worth it!
It's worth it. They can see the scowl on Ted's face in the front row.
That's right. That's exactly right. I'm glad, you got your money's worth, and that we're going to see if we can give you your money's worth tonight. And what we're going to do is, we're going to find a willing fan, and one of you guys, and we're going to pull him apart live in front of everybody. That's what we're doing.
Now, Ted, we could also be very democratic, open it up to people who need to know things. Whatever they want to do, Ted. Who are you looking for tonight?
I'm looking for a volunteer.
Okay.
We want to volunteer, and here's what we want.
Oh, look, I love how the hands go up. You don't even know. Give me something
You know what we're
really
going to
bad.
do, yeah.
killed in front of everybody.
We might have you, we might have you shoeless eating from a bowl of sour cream. You don't know what we're going to have. You perverts, settle down.
More hands go up.
Well, Bruce and I were talking. Let me tell you what we're going to do first. Bruce and I were talking about how we're so frequently interviewed. And sometimes we feel that those interviewers aren't all that good, but we think that you guys might be much better interviewers.
Maybe there's a budding journalist among you. Like a serious budding journalist who knows enough about Ted that most people don't want to know about Ted.
It's cold out there.
But someone who'd be willing to come up and maybe sit like in one of these seats.
Right. We get this sucker working?
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
And
All
we'll
right, so-
have a chair, but maybe Ted, you want to pick someone who feels they could conduct an actual interview?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like actually can run a panel, like 'cause we don't have anyone to run our panel. And we figure if one of you runs the panel and it sucks, it's not our fault.
That's right. So,
Would like to run a sucky panel?
yeah, raise your hand.
Okay, and yes ma'am, right here. Stand up please. What are your qualifications for running a piss poor panel? Stand up please. You've done it before? You've attended piss poor panels, no doubt. A preschool teacher.
Oh.
Well, you're like a walking piss poor panel. Because they're bored with you all day long. They bore you all day long.
Why don't you kick the little rats out the door and say, go get your own damn education? That's what I do.
Or calm down. Now, does that qualify you in what way? Like, are you equating this audience with preschool?
I have been asked the most interesting random questions, so I have very good random questions.
You have very good
Such
random
as,
questions.
do you like to glue with your teeth, your mouth, or lick the paper?
Nice. Ted, would you like to audition here then?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, come on up here.
Come on up.
Sure. Don't clap. Yes.
I'm a little nervous.
Right there, the microphone. Right, you can adjust it to your taste.
Okay, cool. Hello.
Oh, hello.
And what's your name, ma'am?
My name is Caitlin.
Okay, Caitlin, that's your microphone.
That's you.
Okay. So first rule of a journalist is
Yes.
use the microphone.
So, Caitlin, we're going to begin this as we would normally begin one of these panels. We're going to sit down in our chairs and get a round of applause from the audience, and then you'll begin. How's that sound?
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay, here we go. Well, here we are, Bruce. Hey! Oh, thanks, everybody. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Wow, what a great reception, huh, Jack?
And it is great. It sure is great to be here
Wow.
next to all of you and a panelist named Caitlin. Oh, hello.
Now, Ted, stop. We don't have to do shit at this point. This is her job.
Oh, yeah.
She's moderating the
Okay.
panel.
Sure.
Okay. So, my first question is, Bruce, what is your favorite color?
Next question. See, it didn't go so easy for you, did it?
I have a follow-up.
Oh my God, okay. Okay, so if I said next question, you would go, what's your follow-up?
Okay. Same question.
I see. That's it. She treats me and Ted like children. It's perfectly. I'll get them to compete with each other. That's it. Oh, Bruce won't do a color. Ted will. And the funny thing is, he will.
You also didn't see the little naughty squint. Look, you know that it's reserved for kids that are that age. This one. Okay. Orange.
Okay, now I'll answer the question. Blue is the hero color.
It's interesting that you would say orange because you're wearing a very green jacket.
Yes, that is true.
Which is so close to orange.
Well, in the sense it's not a true green. It's really more of an earthy green, which means it contains rusts and browns in it. And orange, in its true form, also has that. So actually, they do go together. Next question, Miss Smarty Pants.
Okay, so my next question is, if you two were put to a battle of the death, who do you think would win?
A battle to the death?
I don't ask my kids this question.
You mean who would live? That's your question, right? Which one would live? Finally.
What weapons are available?
Okay, chainsaw.
Yeah, what else?
And what would you use? Paint?
Look, this is your dumb scenario. So you gotta paint the picture. Well, who am I? What do I have? Who is Ted? What does he have? Let's straighten this out.
Okay,
I'm not gonna help you.
Man-made materials. Let's say non-mechanical.
Fine.
Is there wood?
Yeah, that's
Okay, is there a fire? Can we have a fire in this world?
You would have to take the time to make the fire.
Okay. Are
Would
there
you be
any,
able to risk that?
are there any animals around?
You would throw an animal in it?
It's none of your business when I would do that. But what I want to know is, are there animals?
Yes.
Great, I'd take one of the animals, I'd kill it with a piece of wood, Bruce and I would roast it on the fire, then we don't have to kill each other. We can continue making horror movies for the rest of our lives.
But on the side, he became an actor in a local theater group. So I got to see him in a play when I was 8. And I remember looking at him. My dad was an okay guy, pretty jolly guy, but he's cracking jokes, wearing funny outfits, dancing with women that weren't my mother. And people are like clapping and shit, and he's going, hey, whoa! It was a play called Bring It Down. He played the young Jeff, the American guy. Hey, Chuck Campbell. I was like, what the fuck? That's my dad. What the hell is that? What is that? Because normally he comes out with a suit. It was all suits and ties, Detroit, for 1,000 years. You wore a suit and a tie. My dad take his coffee cup, put it in the car, take his briefcase, shove it in there, drive off with the coffee cup on the car. I found coffee cups for miles where my dad would just take off. His head wasn't really in the game. He's fucking advertising job. But at night he came alive. He'd come home, make a thermos of coffee. I'm going to play practice, he would call it. He was in plays for 30 years over there. And not a very good actor. Not that I've ever been accused of that, but I got to see him in it, and once I saw him in it, I went, he can't hassle me really about anything at this point. Like I can go to him and just ask him anything, because I've seen him like in dresses and stuff like that. So he was very supportive and invested in the Evil Dead, and he was the first chump to invest. So I think he took one for the team so that I could do it. Well, honestly, here's the truth. My grandfather never thought twice about whether he liked his job or not. My dad thought a lot about whether he liked his job or not, and I've never looked back and only done the job that I want. So I give thanks to my previous generations for making it happen. Now, a suggestion as a panel, as a moderator, I think we should do maybe 3 more.
Yeah, I was going to say lightning round.
Lightning round, yeah.
Lightning
3
round.
more amazing questions. Sure.
Bruce, how was it like working on the movie The Congo?
Working on the movie Congo, we're all going to produce another Evil Dead movie together. But I kind of look at it this way. It's sort of like the Star Wars saga. Because now you go, let's go see a Star Wars movie. That's what they all are now, is a Star Wars movie. Things that go in spaceships, they go and funny rubber creatures. That's a Star Wars movie. So it doesn't matter if you call them 1, 2, 8, 19, 20, Disney will renumber them all anyway. So it doesn't really matter according to their timeline. So this doesn't have an end to it. Trades made roughly at the same time. I needed one black horse. One horse. Nice horse, right? A hero's horse. We go to the local farm. Hey, can we see your horses? Oh yeah, Peter Jackson just came by, bought them all up. Hey, did he? Oh, that's nice for him. Go to another farm. Hey, we're looking for just a black horse. Oh yeah, oh you just missed it, yeah. Oh yeah, Peter Jackson's people just came by. That son of a bitch bought every black horse in New Zealand, Australia, Papua New Guinea. The horse we were left with for Jack of all trades was called Widowmaker. I mean, this thing you had to shoot it with a gun to get it to do anything. This thing was like half dead. So, because Peter Jackson for his lead horse paid $350,000 for his main horse. So we're not competing with that. So. Have I ever seen any of those movies? No, and I will never, ever watch any of those movies. That thieving son of a bitch.
We have to go very soon, but we wanted to thank you very much, and we want to thank you for being here in Baltimore. And also, there's something I did want to mention to you. I want to thank our host,
our special panelist.
He is truly a host for her generation. It's great to see that. She was tweeting and texting just now while we were all talking. And then I realized she wasn't taking pictures of us, she was taking pictures of herself. And so you can find on her Facebook page at
Keep it.
Keep it. Don't forget to go there and look at pictures of her. Folks, we loved having you. And,
thank you. Thank you very much.